To share a little story from last night at the ICE protest that was pretty amazing. There was a lot of tension last night. As suspected, since Trump has put Portland on the map, a lot of right wingers have come down. There was a lot of sort of pro Trump youth, very similar to the Hitler youth that came down. I noticed that a lot of them came in pickup trucks with Washington license plates, so they came from across the river and added to the menacing. It seemed like a lot of them wanted to fight. Around midnight, most of them left, but a group of pro-Trump supporters came down to the area where the protesters are kind of camped out and started assaulting them verbally, just saying rude things about them and their mothers and just really being stupid. And it was like one side of the street versus the other side of the street. I felt like I was in a scene from West Side Story. Or the Beat It video, Michael Jackson, and it got really intense because there was this one dude, this bald guy, who really wanted to fight. He was getting really, really aggressive, and he just was like, "Just let me at him, let me at him, let me beat up some Antifa," and it felt like everything was about to explode into a riot. In fact, I was down the street where the Portland police were, and I'm like, there's this right winger who wants to start a riot. You guys need to be ready to take him out of here. But while I was talking to the police, this gentleman who came down with his wife, I think probably after dinner or something, just to see what all the commotion was, early 70s maybe, took it upon himself to walk up to this man, this young bald man who really, really wanted to fight, and talk him down off the ledge. Just sort of said, "Hey man, what's going on? You're really sort of freaking everybody out." Kind of talk to him, buddy, buddy. Like two white guys having a bro talk, and talk this guy out of his emotional agitation state, and he ended up walking away. And then afterwards, I went to this gentleman and his wife, and I said, "What did you do? That was some magic. That was some magic. That's what we're here trying to do. And you just, on a Friday night walked up and did it." And he said, "Well, I used to own a company that had to clean up toxic waste sites, and I had to talk to a lot of meth addicts." So I guess there's a parallel between talking to Trump supporters and talking to meth addicts. But he took upon himself to de escalate this guy. And it's the contagion of nonviolence. That's what this work is all about. That once you bring one person down that may be the agitator, then you create a contagion where everybody else sort of backs down and things cool down. And that person averted something that could have been very dramatic and very violent. But he took it on himself. A little bit of risk. It's scary, right? You're putting yourself kind of in harm's way. But anybody can do this work. Anybody can be a de escalator. Anybody can say, "Hey, I need to help get this person off the ledge before things go sideways." So for that guy, I'd like to say, welcome to the resistance, dude.